Someone here for you. With a box.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you saw, we watched Knives Out Glass Onion. I think it's called like a Knives Out Mystery Glass Onion. Either way, I'm just gonna call it Glass Onion. But we watched Glass Onion the other night and I just want to talk about it. So I really wanted to watch Knives Out again in preparation for watching Glass Onion, but it just didn't work out like that and I really wanted to watch it anyway. So we ended up just watching it, and initial thoughts, it is so good. It is just as good as the original Knives Out. Long ago, before Knives Out was even like a thing, Sam and I rewatched the very old Death on the Nile, like not the new one obviously with Kenneth Branagh, but the old one. I actually really like the Kenneth Branagh one and I'm actually really enjoying them like redoing these films, but the old ones are just so good. Even though watching that movie I did guess the like twist ending and the killer, I still really like those movies, and I love comparing Knives Out to Death on the Nile in particular. Those two movies are so like similar in so many ways and I really like that, and I really like the fact that Rian Johnson is not redoing but kind of like bringing back these like super old school whodunit murder mystery movies. I love it so much because I love like Death on the Nile. I think it's so good. Even like the super old like Clue with Tim Curry is just fantastic. Definitely like the sillier version of these kinds of movies, but even still, it's so much fun. I was so excited when I heard not only was Knives Out getting a sequel, but that Rian Johnson has this incredible deal with Netflix to make more of these movies, and also that like Daniel Craig is like super on board to play Blanc in all of these movies because he is literally perfect in this role, and he is like just definitely like the American version of Perot, which is just like one comparison I can make to those movies, and I just love it. I think Daniel Craig is so good in these movies. I don't want to talk too much about Knives Out because that movie is older obviously, and I mean, who hasn't seen Knives Out by this point? Glass Onion. So good. Literally, I gave Knives Out an 8 out of 10 and I gave Glass Onion an 8 out of 10. How often does that happen where the sequel is like just as good as the original? I don't want to go too much into the plot of Glass Onion because I could say very few little things and give things away, and I don't want to do that. I really just want you to go into this movie with no expectations at all and just see what happens. It is so good and it is so funny. Like there's a lot of like really funny moments in it and I just love it. So if you want absolutely nothing about this movie ruined for you, like literally nothing, stop this video now. I know it was super duper short, but stop this video now and just let me say, if you liked Knives Out, go watch Glass Onion because it's just as good and I guarantee you will like it as well. But anyway, if you want to know a little bit of the plot of it, I'll talk about that now and then I'll get into some spoilers later. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to talk about any spoilers at all in this video because even if you have watched it, like I really feel like it just needs to be seen. It's so good. So I'm just going to say the basic gist of this like murder without getting into the twist of it because I think that part was just like so brilliant. And there was one point in the movie where something happened. I was like, wait, did he just say something? And we rewound and we were like, yeah, he just said something, and then it like does its whole thing where it like reveals everything, and I just think that part was brilliant. Let's just talk about the basic genericness of this movie. Edward Norton plays a character who is like stupid rich, and he invites all of his friends to come onto his private island in Greece to play a murder mystery game. And somehow Detective Blanc also gets an invitation, even though he 100% was not invited by Edward Norton's character. Like, he was not invited at all. So how did he get this invitation? But Blanc insists, no, I got an invitation. It came to my house. I opened it. and this is what it said, and he's very confused, but he's like, but okay, but you're welcome to stay, you're welcome to play along. So a few things are like hinted at throughout the movie about certain characters, and then when they get to dinner, this like murder mystery is supposed to start, which is a whole hilarious part. I don't want to get too much into it, but basically Blanc ruins it and it's hilarious. And then the night continues, and then someone, I don't want to say who, but someone gets like actually murdered. And I will say, it's not at all who you think it's gonna be. I definitely did not think that this person who did get murdered was gonna get murdered. So that was shocking in its own. And then like I said, everything happens where something was said and we were wound to confirm what was actually said, and we were confused because we thought something was like missaid, and then it kind of just like reveals the entire like twist of the film. It's kind of similar to Knives Out in the sense that it very much kind of makes you think one thing is gonna happen and then completely change your mind about things. Like for example, in Knives Out, I will spoil Knives Out now, but I mean, if you haven't seen it at this point, that's your fault. But basically in Knives Out, it very much wants you to think that Chris Evans' character is the murderer because he was mad and stormed out, all this stuff. But then they literally show you Ana de Armas's character killing, I forget his name, the person who gets killed in Knives Out. You see her thinking that she killed him. So for the entire movie, we think that she's the killer, only to find out, actually, no, remember the guy that we want you to think killed her? No, he actually did kill her, which I just think was brilliant, where it's like, this is who we want you to think killed her, but actually it couldn't have been him, and here's why. So it was kind of a little bit similar in that sense, where it's like, we want you to think that this is going to happen. Not necessarily someone get killed, we want you to think that this is going to happen, only for something completely different to happen, and here's why this is what is happening. It's very well done. It is so good. I really, really liked it, and I highly recommend you check it out, especially if you liked Knives Out. It is so good. That was really, really short, but I don't want to get too much into spoilers because I just think this movie needs to be seen. Me sitting here talking about any movie, I'm not going to do it justice, but me sitting here especially talking about these types of movies, like murder mystery movies, where it just like begs to be seen and begs for you to be there to witness the like twist ending. I can't talk about it. I just can't, because you have to just go see it for yourself. Glass Onion is on Netflix if you want to watch it, and I know for a fact there's more coming out because on Daniel Craig's IMDb, a Knives Out 3 project is already listed under his upcoming releases, which is very exciting. Like I said, I think he is so good in this role. He is perfect as like this very eccentric, weird character who's just brilliant in his own way. And that's gonna be it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. I post new videos every single Friday, and I'd love to have you here. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye everybody.